Hello, good people. Coach Danita here. I am super excited because it has been a full year since I published my book. It's called Falling for the Right One. And I've had so many people be blessed by sharing my story candidly, if I might add, and sharing a little bit about what I've gone through and kind of my side of things. And it's been really interesting because there have been people who know me personally and were actually there, like on the day of some of these events that I talk about in the book. Since publishing the book, there's been some interesting and some very complicated conversations I've had to have with some people. By me also deciding to step into life coaching after the book was published was also an interesting transition because a lot of times you think that your testimony or your story is not really meant for other people. There's so many times I found myself sharing my testimony candidly with a person one-on-one, mostly female, but actually some males, some guys as well. And it's just blessed them. It's memorable. They like the way that I tell my story. A lot of people felt like this book sounded like me and my voice, so it sounded very similar to like my car conversations. It has been officially 1 year. Happy anniversary to me. I'm so excited. If you've been blessed by this book and you know someone who really, really should hear this story, but they haven't had a chance to, let me know. I am willing to ship out 5 signed copies. If you've personally never read the story, you need to go find somebody who read the story. If you can say so-and-so recommended me to read this book, comments, send a direct message if you want to. Let me know, because the first 5 that reach out to me, I'm going to send out a free signed copy. No questions asked. Just give me this is who recommended me. Here's my name and my address. And I'll be sending it out in the next 4 to 5 days. I want people to be encouraged. I want them to know that God sees them and hears them. And even in times of despair, even in this interesting time that we're in right now in our society, God is very present. And his word, the Bible, is still extremely valuable. It is a living, breathing document that can get you through everything in life. It's a quick read. It's not super long. Take the opportunity to read the story. If you feel like you know me, so you don't need to really read this book, you're wrong. Thank you so much to everyone who's purchased Falling for the Right One and has read it. Some people told me they got it done in a matter of hours. Some people told me it took them some time because they were emotional. They were caught up emotionally in certain parts and they wanted to get through the whole thing. And so they had to take a break. I talk about some real life stuff in there. I don't want you to be discouraged about that. I'm not swearing or anything like that, but it is a real story. It is about my life and how I've allowed God to come in and do some things as well. So I've heard it's powerful. I heard it's a great read. It's an easy read, but I want you to be blessed and I want you to be encouraged. So don't forget, if you've read my book and you know someone who needs to hear my story and they just haven't had a chance to buy the book, or maybe they don't know me as personally as you do, I need their name and their direct address, and I'm sending it out in the next week. I also want to know, I'm very curious, if there are any chapters in the book or sections or topics in the book that you'd like me to talk about via video. And I will do that. We can go live where you ask me a couple questions about a chapter or about a topic. I don't mind doing that because I want people to be free and I want them to be delivered and I want them to understand very clearly and concisely how God operated in my life. And just to let you know, this journey isn't over. I'm sure there'll be more books to come, more exciting adventure that God takes me through. And so I'll be happy to share those with you as well. If you have bought the book, again, I want to thank you so much. If you're following me already and you appreciate the content, I appreciate your presence and I appreciate you being here. Be blessed.